Move over this market. We got to go ahead and move this market on over. Let's get to the live trading action. Where's the chicken dinner? Hit the like. Let's go.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Those words have been dancing around my head all night. Oh, it's Vegas law, that phrase.
Kiana.
Fisher.
Joy.
Joe. Cards drawn are the past, ones to come are future.
And the best part? It's beatable.
All right, I'm ready to go ahead and get the trading action started. Let's go. Let's bring on my man, Ryan Faloona. What's going on, dude?
Not much. It's happy Friday morning. Time to make some money.
Good morning indeed, RG. Cheers to you and the chat. Got your coffee going. Yes, we need live trading 5 days a week. We need live trading every day, but that's just the truth of the matter. Let's go ahead. Let's get into some of the stocks out there. I'll take a look really quickly at the SPY. We did get a little bit light jobs number. I think it wasn't too much off of the estimate, but definitely we're seeing a little bit of leaking. The question is, can we get back up there towards the 454s? And we'll see if we can, if we do break on the downside, do we break Monday's low of 450.06? That's going to be the level I'm going to be watching to see if we break that on the downside to see continued downside action. Of course, I'm just kind of in between zone. You guys have seen this red and green line. This is what I'm really kind of watching to determine green bullish trades or red below that. So we'll see what happens on there. And what we can find in the market today. Of course, I'll be watching some lithium stocks. I'm still in this LTHM swing trade on here from below 25s. Let's see if this can continue to work. LAC is continuing to work. This has been a complete monster. I talked about why this one was running on Money Mitch. So if you missed that, well, you might just have to start checking out Money Mitch. Ryan, what do you see out in the market right now? I'm taking a look, and yesterday's close was really ugly, guys. If we take a look here, if we take a look here at all the sectors, I don't point this out too often because I feel like it gives an edge. Is look at this, guys. Look at those 15-minute candles. Every single sector just tanked towards the close. And normally we've been at least having what? Energy go up. And that's what's been, I feel like, holding the market when we were going down. We were at least having energy on the upside that was holding the SPY. Now, if we're going to get energy to turn around, basic materials to turn around, and everything's going to go in the red, you really got to be careful there.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. It was a super ugly close. I think one of the things that I'm watching, yesterday was the end of the quarter, obviously. So one of the things I'm watching today is, do we get the inflows that we've traditionally been getting on the first of the month? That might kind of prop the market up. The question is really going to be for how long, right? If we trade up here in the morning, completely reverse again midday, and then pound the lows on the way out, I mean, I don't think you're going to have a lot of investors wanting to hold stocks over the weekend when you have two closes like this and the first of the month is out of the way. So it could be a nasty April Fool's Day today. We're going to have to wait and see and just kind of be mindful of what's going on. We got a VIX at 20 right now, so not completely outrageous. But like you were mentioning, the close yesterday on all the different sectors, the SPY, the Dow, the whole 9 yards. I mean, it was ugly.
Yeah, it was ugly.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Oil did also just start pulling back there. We'll see what happens. Oil for the month of kind of March was a monster. So we'll see if we get a pullback in this. Do we get a sideways month? Do we get some pullback action? We'll see what happens in oil. Ryan, I don't know if you want to share your charts and talk about some of the stocks that you're watching, but I could also just keep rolling through here. Financial services got hit the most yesterday.
Me. I just forgot, right? I just forgot.
Not a worry. I'll get you up.
So one of the things that we're going to watch here is LGVN, right? This had a wild day yesterday. I went ahead and on my chart here, I marked off a bunch of different levels here. That's what those red dotted lines are. Might be difficult for you to see on the screen share. That's why I like sharing Benzinga Pro. It's easier to see. But yeah, we had a monster day yesterday at LGVN. Lots of money made, and today it looks like we're gapping back up. So really, I want to see out of the open here what type of action we have, right? If the first move is down, that's fine with me. If we find footing around any of these levels, 1474, 1437, anything like that, that would be great, right? We might be able to scale in there. So LGVN definitely going to be one of the stocks that I'm going to be watching today. And then again, I'm going to be watching TMC. The last 2 days, this stock has really been on a tear. And ideally, what we'd like to see is we'd like to see 270 taken out here on some volume, maybe even 260 ahead of that, and then 281. That's going to be the big spot. So if TMC trades up today, and we take out 281, this is liable to test 3. We're currently sitting at what, 248 on the ask right now. So pretty good move for a very, very low price stock. These are going to be 2 of the stocks that I'm watching today. Really, really like TMC, depending on what's going on with about how it trades out of the open here. I actually had a couple more on my mover scanner that I wanted to talk about real quick. HUSN, Hudson Capital. This has been another one that is really no stranger to big pops. Now, one of the things that you'll notice by looking at this daily chart is that when it does pop, it likes to give them back. So we have the makings of we have the start of a pop here in the pre-market. Looks like we're coming back into this level here. Seems about right, 250. And then if we pop, we are probably going to look to take out 3. So this would be a day trade only. Obviously, we would not be holding this overnight, but judging by the history of this stock, this one could be in play today. We're going to watch that 4.6 million shares traded already versus an average of 755,000. So just to give you an idea. BLBX, this is black box stocks. Here's another stock that popped in the after hours, popped again today. We have a why is it moving here saying black box stocks are trading higher if the company reported better than expected Q4 sales results. And we have a conference call at 10 a.m. after the open. So we might get some action. We're already getting some good volume here. Again, with the volume, we've got 3.8 million shares traded today versus an average of 236. We also have a conference call in the morning, so there could be some more action in here. So BLBX, HUSN, TMC, LGVN, those are going to be the 4 that I'm watching off the open, in addition to the VIX and obviously the major indices.
Yeah, we're definitely going to go ahead and watch to see what happens in that black box. It did get a mention in pre-market prep about that one, so we'll see what happens there. Looks like we finally...
Real quick. I'm getting Marshall's asking, Ryan, how do you like the Charo report? Marshall's a great question. I read through a majority of the report right now. I tweeted a couple of the things that I thought were really important. I listened to one of the analyst questions before I actually hopped on here. I've got another buddy here that's listening to the rest of them. That's going to kind of debrief me when it's over. So far, everything I've seen from the report is excellent. They reduced their debt. They increased their revenue. They have strong bidding on projects. They're expecting that to expand, and they're expecting to be able to or start a deal here with their EnviroSource program, which makes green concrete at the site of the coal ash pond. So I think that that's going to increase safety and obviously increase revenue. So far, I really like the report. The problem with Charo, as it has always been, nobody cares about this stock. Nobody really knows. Nobody cares. It's down to 487 in the pre-market here on like 5,800 shares of volume. We'll see what happens when it opens. But honestly, judging from the report that they just issued, nothing here has changed. Everything seems to be going in the right direction. We'll see how it trades today. Nothing about the thesis has fundamentally changed. Long run.
All right, let's go ahead. Let's bring on the hooded trader here. At least call him the hooded trader here. What's up, Hood?
What is going on? At least my value isn't tanking like Hood, so there's that.
Hey, at least,
as
man.
long as that's happening, we're all right. Talk about LGVM. And we should just be trading all day because this was just a beautiful stock that we traded yesterday. Unfortunately, we mainly traded right here in this little chop zone, but afterwards it kept on climbing. Mullen was something that we traded yesterday. Let me go there a little bit. What is that? That is this. This is yesterday. We got a couple of moves, but we couldn't quite get over the 350 level like we wanted. But definitely going to keep an eye on Mullen, see how that one goes. But I've got AMD around 121. Excuse me. Not 121. 109 is the area that I'm looking to kind of go long and try to get a reversal on this one. See if we can get back. Because good God, this was. I mean, compare this to. Let's just go to NVIDIA here on the left hand side. Let's put the 10 minutes. So it could be a nice little comparison. You had NVIDIA that did much better than AMD did. And of course, that was because of the downgrade that they got yesterday. But definitely looking at AMD, possibly around the 109 area for a bounce. Matter of fact, let me just go ahead and I got to connect all this stuff. All right, we'll figure it out. But I'm going to go ahead and buy some shares at 109 area on AMD. Definitely going to be looking at some lottos today. No question about that. See if we can get some bounces everywhere. And especially speaking of AMD, if we can get around above the 278 level, I think that could be solid for us. And Coinbase, I think, is near 200s. There you go. If it can get over the 196 level right here, which it had trouble doing yesterday, if it can go over and stay over, might grab some 200 calls to see if we can make our way over to that side. Let's take a look at Tesla real quick. You can see that it's been trying to get over this 1100 and stay above, but every single time it gets rejected about 15 cents above. So if it can come, I would love it if it can give me a chance to break 1100s, come back down, test it, and then we can go long on this side here. And let's lastly take a look at NEO. If NEO can come down to about the 21 area, I would be interested in this one. But if it breaks over the 2260, might be interested in that one to the long side as well. But as always, I'll keep an eye on the flow, see what's going on. Good morning to you as well, Ninja, and everybody in the chat. Hope you guys enjoy this unexpected special just edition of live trading.
Of course, Justin bringing in here, forcing trades and pretending we're in a bull market is insanity. I can't blame you, Justin. I think what the thing is here is that there's just definitely a battle of economical factors that are pointing towards the downside. But then when we take a look at the market, it was pointing towards the upside there. And a lot of people were looking towards the upside. So what does that show you? I think that shows you that a lot of it right now is short-term trends. And then long-term, yes, you can bring that outlook. But remember, when you're looking at long-term, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen today, next week, or the next month. It could take months and months for those economical factors to really show up on the tape. So that's kind of what I'll mention there, just to kind of show both sides, right? There's the bearish and bullish side, and I think that's what's really going on here. Did see Fubo mentioned in the chat. What's going on in Fubo? Well, Fubo's just been out of favor, guys. And I mean, to tell you the truth, a big part of this, I think, has to do with streaming services out of favor. I mean, if you take a look at all the streaming services, they haven't been doing well. And even take a look at kind of a leader in kind of not only streaming services, right? Roku owns a lot of the TVs that we have, and a lot of those TVs are an actual product. And even Roku is having a troubled time keeping its gains. As you can see, it just keeps going down. So right now, to me, if you would have to ask what is in Fubo, it's just out of favor. And until it gets back into favor or does something to change the catalyst, it's probably going to continue to leak. That's what I'd be paying attention to. And I just don't see the upside right now. And even I've been a Fubo bull at one point. I just don't see it right now. All right, let's go ahead. Let's take a look at some of the other ones being mentioned in the chat. If you guys got a stock you guys want to take a look at, throw it up there. We got about 8 minutes to the bell. We want to keep going through. Mitch, I sent a pre-market prep and didn't get it covered. Yes, I saw you, Matt Miller. I was trying to get to it, but I mean, Black Box isn't really necessarily a big, let's say, Joel and Dennis type of stock. So we could cover it more here. I let Ryan, he went right into that one. And we'll definitely watch Black Box towards the open. That's kind of more of a stock that we would take a look at versus pre-market prep.
Oh, definitely got to keep an eye on Black Box. No question about that. This one was, do you know what the reason was, Ryan? That I'm obviously missed the beginning of the, oh, okay. That's awesome. Yeah, I love Black Box, love the folks over there. But definitely something to keep an eye on in terms of the stock itself. I'm glad someone brought it up again. But James asked a question about, do you need to worry about wash silvers if you close all your positions by the end of December? It's not an end of the year thing. It's a buying the same ticker that you took an L on within 30 days thing. So definitely look up wash sale rule, speak with your accountant, and take a look and speak with your accountant about being a mark-to-market trader within your broker by April 15th, because that'll help you with your wash sale rules. So again, talk to your accountant, get some advice, and see what the best situation is for you, because it's not the end of the year thing. It's more of a 30-day thing. So speak to an expert about that, please.
All right, so on that black box, I'll just give a level that I'll be watching to kind of help you out, Matt Miller. I'll be watching for 338s. That's the resistance from the after hours action yesterday. That was a pop at 4 p.m. going towards 5. So look for 338s to hold on the pullback and then come back up through the 350s is what I'll be watching, unless we get just a quick lift to 4 right out the gates. Then we could look for pullback somewhere in the 375s for another breakout through the 4 level. You guys know how we watch those whole dollars. And if 4 shows up today on Black Box, I'm sure even Zunaid will be kind of taking a look at it. It's going to be an interesting level to watch, and we'll see what happens. I see NIO there on your left-hand side, Zunaid. Interesting stock there. Let's talk a little bit about the Chinese names. So China full access being put on, I'll call it. Chinese authorities are preparing to give the U.S. regulators full access to auditing reports to the majority of the 200-plus companies that are listed in the New York Stock Exchange. Today, also NIO coming out with the deliveries of 9,985 vehicles in March, an increase of 37.6% year over year. Also, LI had a really good number. I like their number a little bit better. If you want to throw that one maybe on the right-hand side so we can compare it. Li Auto rallied 6.6% in the pre-market, and this one reported 31,716 vehicles delivered in March. That seems a little bit more than the 9,000 that NIO was able to provide. And if you guys do some research, one thing that I've learned about LI is that the Chinese government has invested in LI more than the other two, than NIO and XPEV. And so I'm keeping a close eye on LI long term, potentially being the favorite out of China. I know that a lot of people call it NIO, but for me, something gives me the sign that LI, and seeing as the government and putting their money probably where their mouth is, I would keep an eye on LI today. We'll see what happens. All right, is the More Act due for review today? Yes, there's just a battle right now with this thing. We will look to see if we can get that vote to push through today. Cannabis stocks definitely on the radar, but definitely giving up some of the gains, right? We're down towards 769 here in CGC. I'll show you guys CGC. We'll be watching to see if these stocks can pop back through 8. For me, CGC needs to get through 8. Tilray, it needs to get back through 8 also, but really a look through 850s going to 9 is what I want to be seeing on Tilray to get me excited if I want to take the shot. We'll see what happens. I do think today these could be moving, so definitely keep the cannabis plays on your eyes. Is the market going higher this AM? Matthew, I wish we knew. Really, if we knew, we'd probably trade it. Let's go ahead. Let's take a look here at some other plays. We'll see what happens in Tilray and these cannabis stocks.
I'm sorry. Did we talk about GameStop?
Let's go to it now.
We're gonna need to talk about that. GameStop, China. I think we can go ahead and tag 200 once again. You obviously talked. I'm sure folks know about the split and all that good stuff. Absolutely, especially with it being Friday. Good God, I'm about to lose thousands of dollars today. In some lottos. So we gonna definitely keep an eye on GameStop, especially if we can get over this 194 level and see if we can make a march above 200. If we break 200 and if we test 200, market gonna eat my money, no question about it. But on the other side, let's take a look at AMC as well. AMC once got to about the 34 level, so definitely has a bit of room to run just based on where it's been range-wise this week, but need to figure out where that support's going to be. So far, I'm looking about this 2350 area, and then we can possibly get a pop over 2650 as well to get a move on towards the 30s, and that 30 is going to be similar to what that 200 is on GameStop. Again, doesn't mean it's going to go up, so it doesn't mean we're just going to buy things right out the gate. I'm going to see if there's options flow coming in, but if I see options flow and I see the volume, we're gonna donate some money to the market, no question about it.
You can always donate money to me, Zunaid. I won't be mad, but let's just keep going.
But if I'm right, you gonna donate back to me or no?
Hey, is that ETH? You give me 0.2, I'll give you 0.1. That kind of deal.
Yeah, see, the market gives me much, much better odds. So we won't stick with
better return on the market. I'll tell you that much. Let's take a look there. I did see in the chat. So GME, I also say 200 is the level to watch. I've talked about how when it broke there on the daily chart, it just gave up. like buyers gave up. So if we can get back to those levels, also look for potentially some overhead selling just going on right before it. So I would look for maybe a little push above 200, that pull back towards maybe 190s, and then a real quick drive through that 200 is what I'm going to be looking for, because it could get some selling into that 200, then pull back and really take off. Tilray definitely on watch. You're going to see a lot of people going to be watching those. That's going to be kind of the two areas where you'll see a lot of the focus, I think, today. The meme stocks, cannabis stocks, and then, of course, Chinese stocks. We talked about them and why they could continue lifting. I did like that audit mention. That's been the concern about Chinese stocks. If there's a reason why we have said, or I have said any time that I'm like a little bit worried about investing in Chinese stocks, it's because of the audit situation. If that can change, that could help out a lot of these stocks kind of change story. We'll keep watch to see what happens there. MP being brought up by Sam, MNDT, Mandant. That one did pop in pre-market. This one had news on the 8th. Can you look at what was that news for me, Ryan, on MNDT on the 8th? It looks like it. I mean, that's a huge pop there. I don't know exactly what that pop was from, if it was from earnings or not. That was a 25% pop, but we've just been going sideways since then. Right. And so this could be a buyout. So just take a look at that. We'll see what happens on that one and if we can get some moves. AAL is another one that I wanted to take a look at. I know the bell just rang, but I'll keep an eye out. Look, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. Make sure this trend continues if you're kind of taking that American Airlines. Yesterday, I ended up taking a really small gainer in American Airlines, and I ended the trade.
Google to acquire Mandiant. That
There
was
you
the PR on the 8th there.
There was Google. There you go. That will do it for you, right?
That'll do it for you, he says. Oh, I love it, Mitch.
That's the truth. I always talk about when I talked about small stocks or smaller price stocks, I always say look for catalyst with a big name. Catalyst with a big name is what really drives those smaller names and can really get it moving, especially a partnership. What up, Zunaid?
I tried to get into Black Box, but it took me a minute to get a sign in on TradeStation, so my fill is ugly as hell. But I'm here at 365. I was trying to get in at 365. I was trying to get it at 355. But regardless, grabs 500 shares on the TradeStation side of things. I'm going to keep an eye on this, especially because I know FinTwit's going to be all over it, trying to play this one. Going to try to take advantage of it. I'll go to take a stop loss here below, let's just call it 336 or so. Let's call it 333 because why not?
Support there kind of held well there. It went to 341 and I had support at 338.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens here. It's just a shitty fill. But it's fine. It's whatever. Let's go ahead and take a look at GME because that's going to be interesting for me here today.
All right, guys, don't want to see Oxy break 56.75. Still have 10 shares from that yesterday. We had a good gain on that. We'll see if we can get it back on up there. Definitely in the red here, but I have a very small amount left in that one. That we left it for a swing trade. Might cut it here if it breaks through. Just want to let you guys know if Oxy doesn't recover, I'll probably just get out on the swing trade.
You can already see NVIDIA bouncing from the previous close. We often talk about previous closes being support and or resistance.
There's Oxy kind of cracking there, but big wicks. I'm trying to give it a second here. LTHM. There you go. LTHM, our swing trade, still working for us, still doing well here. Looking for a big push here. Went to 27 yesterday for a slight second here. So let's see if we can get a nice push there towards 28s today.
By the way, my Thinkorswim is slow again, both with the charts and actually today my fills are not great. I've actually had to pull orders twice here today. So
how do you like the fills on the option side, man? On
I like them.
Yeah. Okay. Now, do you usually use market or limit?
Limit. I prefer to use limit for entry in pretty much all cases.
I got you, bro.
I'll use market if I need to get out, like if I'm trying to sell into a pop or something like that.
I feel you. I feel you. None of them are trading the same stock. I assume you're talking about us. Yeah, we rarely do. We always have different stuff.
I wouldn't say rarely. We occasionally do. We try to give you as
well. I'm more so in the sense of like you'll bring in the expertise of your small cap. But yeah, you're probably right. I assume he's talking about us. I don't know what that comment was. Maybe I misunderstood, but Regardless, LITM. We played this one yesterday, but real quick, there's Black Box now making moves, 371 or so. You're up about 10 cents, even for my shitty fill, but that's quite okay. I'm gonna actually wait. I'm gonna see if I'm feeling a little risky. We had a good workout this morning, so we're gonna try to take profits at 489 and see if we can get that. But who knows? What was I gonna take a look at? LITM, Lithium play. You were looking at LAC yesterday, right, Mitch?
Both of them. We've been calling them out, man. A lot of that has to do with kind of what was mentioned by Biden. LI is what I'm looking at right out the gates here, and NIO pushing well there. Was looking for a pullback in LI to get in there, but missed the kind of VWAP bounce trade. That would have been a nice one right out the gates. LI pushing up there.
All right, let's take a look at Ford. We're trying to see what's going to keep us moving and grooving here. Yeah, Ford popped all the way to 1715s, came right on back down. Oh, I forgot to put up the... Let's see. CCJ, by the way. Keep an eye on CCJ. This one had trouble breaking the 30s yesterday. Ryan and I talked about it in our spaces. For those of you who joined, we appreciate your support. You can see a couple of times. Tried to break 30. Could not quite do it. So going to keep an eye on CCJ. I'm going to set an alert right there in case it does break. But for now, no action there whatsoever. Q is trying to figure things out. SPY. Now, SPY can get down to about the 451s. Here's something that I've been trying to do. I did it yesterday, and someone please interrupt if you want to have a trade. When it comes to like this level here, like the 451 yesterday, or excuse me, a couple of days ago or whatever, I go ahead and buy a couple of weeks out. And then when it gets to my favorite levels of like the 450s, then I'll go ahead and grab a weekly and try to play it. This way I can try to get advantage of both. But there's a Black Box, 20 cents away from $4. Currently up about $70 on our 500 shares. We just need a FinTwit person to just get behind this one, man. Give us some volume. Because that's one of the things you have to understand is that it's not fun dealing with that type of stuff, but it's part of the market. So you have to adjust and kind of anticipate what could happen here.
All right. Taking a long here on XPEV.
I'll put it up. XPEV.
All right. Got in there. Got a bad fill there. Bad fill for sure. 30.06 there. Should have got 30s. Definitely good. Man, that was a little bit of a, looks like it pushed there to 30.03, and then my ask jumped up there towards 30.06. Should have got 30.03s there. So holding here towards a low of 29.80s here. Looking for it to push right back up through the 30s.
Let's see. Open. Gonna put this up here. Sorry, I'm just setting up my charts and stuff still. But if anyone has anything in the chat, let us know. Call it out. You can see Black Box can't quite get over $4 so far. And there's XPEV trying to get over 30, is over 30, trying to stay above 30. Looks like the pre-market high on that one is approximately 30.26 or so. And NVIDIA to the downside. Yikes.
Yeah, that's what I've been talking about, how that one's been weak, even though tech has been strong. That shows weakness there, I think, overall in tech. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, to me, AMD has been the weaker one, especially with that downgrade yesterday. And you can see now back here. Let's go ahead and pull up AMD on the daily. Something just alert went off and I missed it. That's on me. But you can see it was trying to break out, kind of broke out. Now you could say it's retesting, right? Let's see what happens here. The low of yesterday is approximately 109. So you could say it's retesting. What you got for me, Ryan?
Starter on Clovis, CLVS.
Put it up for you. I think the best sound I hear on the stream is when Ryan gets in and out of a trade. Because I know shit's going down and I want in. You know?
It's like, what are you doing there, bud?
Clovis cleared out this area between 210 and 214. I'm hoping for a little bit of a push higher. To be honest, my buy here at 214 is a bit of a chase. Probably should have taken the 210 break, but was a little slow on it. So hopefully Clovis continues to push right now. I actually reduced my size a little bit.
Out there, XPEV, it just dropped there through the 29.80s there. Could hold on to there, but It should have already popped on up. It was the laggard type. I'm kind of annoyed because I missed LI's VWAP bounce, and that was really the one to take there. I went for the laggard type of play there, and definitely should have just stuck with LI there right out the gates there. Kind of one of those plays that I missed and then went for the other play in the industry. Definitely catching myself here. XPEV pulling on back there. That's how it happens right there. If you're slow to execution, sometimes you get caught there. That was me. I should have taken LI, and then I went for the laggard type, and it happens sometimes. Oxy still kind of pushed off that level there, guys. So I'm going to keep holding that one. You see, pushed right off of there. So let's just keep Oxy. I'm just going to keep the little shares that I have.
Black box rejected off of that 390 level here. CCJ popped up above 30 and CLVS 213. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Are you looking at CCJ? There were sweeps on CCJ this morning as well.
Stock doing well right now. Tell. Trying to scalp it through the 6 here. Was about to get in there on the 96. I'm going to look for a little pullback here if I can get in.
If I can get CLVS here near VWAP, I'll join you.
Yeah, that's why I reduced my size, because if it comes back into VWAP, I may add. Here's the thing, Zunaid. I'm trying to take a different approach here because some of the mistakes that I've made over the past couple of days is being shaken too early. And that might just be because I'm going in full right at the beginning on a break.
Yeah.
So in this case, especially because I was chasing a little bit, I'm trying to dial it back a little bit, reduce my position size, and maybe add if it comes back in instead of getting shaken, taking a loss only to watch the stock go. We'll see if that works.
Looking for a bounce to VWAP here. Might get short on Apple. I'm seeing the market starting to hit down towards the bottom there. Damn, seeing some weakness here in Apple.
I'm gonna grab some shares here on THCA. THCA, about 250 shares. Break of low a day. Break of 11. We'll give it some room. I'm gonna go ahead and get out.
Tesla dropping there too. We'll keep an eye out on that. Consumer cyclicals were green, now starting to get towards the red. Just be careful on those. And of course, what do we got leading us? Energy and basic materials. Coal, BTU up 3% there. Agriculture moving also. Metals moving well there. Kind of keep that one on watch. UEC is another one that I'd tell you guys to keep on watch. Could get through 5 today. I'm watching that one. Did get some volume right here out the gates here. I'm going to look to see if it starts really pushing here. Let's see what other.
Come on, give me some idea.
X and Cliff, good day for those. I hope that somebody was able to nail those. Definitely slow today for me. I should normally been able to at least catch those moves. But yeah, X doing well, man. X going to give it to you.
If you can get THCA above VWAP, which would be at 1160, that would be great. And there's your CLVS high a day.
Let's go. Let's keep grinding. There's good volume here. I think if the volume expands, which it can on this name, we could really get a pop here. So again, my entry is 214 at this point. I'm just waiting for a push up.
All right, there's THCA trying to test a VWAP of 1160. Again, we've got 250 shares at 1142. Come on, baby.
Yeah, it seems like AAL wants to crack down, so just be careful there. Reopening trades showing some weakness here.
Come on.
All right. Right there. Dang, moved too fast. Gonna get it started there. Started there, short Apple. Want to go ahead and add here.
Ooh.
Short Apple there off the VWAP there, guys. I did jump into it a little bit, at the lower side. Should have gotten in by the VWAP, which was at 174.18. So I'm looking to see if it tests back there to add, but if not, looking for the breakdown through 174, coming back down towards 173.24. Smaller share size, of course, it's a bigger price stock. All right, let's see if we can take this down.
Let's see what's going on with NVIDIA here.
Another name that I'd give for shorts out there is taking a look to see what happens in kind of some software names. We'll see what happens there. Energy now up 1.52% there, guys. So energy names ripping. I missed this one earlier, but BORR really pushing through there in pre-market. We had talked about this one for a while now. Look where it's at right now. It's gone up there towards 4. This is up 15%. TEL up 13%. CDEV up about 9% there. So a couple of these cheaper names moving pretty well there in oil today.
If you want to grab a lotto on the THCA, you can grab the 12.5 calls expiring April 14th as it's trying to break this 1160. Come on, baby. Come on.
Gushing that gush.
I'm going to take a starter size here on NVIDIA puts. The 270 puts expiring this week. Got an ugly fill at 306. God bless. I'm going to add some more as it tests VWAP around the 272s. Above VWAP, I'm out.
Buddy's joining us today. Hi, buddy. Say hi.
Fills have been tough today.
Yeah, it hasn't been pretty for me. I know that for a fact.
No joke. No joke.
I think all three of us mentioned it. And so
Yeah.
when all three of us mentioned it, I'll definitely kind of note that. We all didn't get the fills we wanted.
Not even a little bit, man. That was bad. But
This shows you the liquidity out there right now.
come on.
Did Cannabis start moving? I want to keep those on watch, but
Yeah, CLVR is trading up here.
Let's see what else is going on here. Come on.
BG trying to get through 8. I've talked about how that's the price point I want to look at. Just bounced off the 785s there. If you want to take a look at CGC, I'm going to keep watching what I'm trading right now, but definitely that one looks interesting through 8 if it gets through there.
Fill raise, definitely. So look at that beautiful bounce off of VWAP, especially around $8. Man, what a fill there.
All right, try to do this takedown here. Just jumped on Apple there. Let's see if it can really crush here. Don't want it back through 174. Want it to start seeing that flush down.
All right, you've got well, I just get filled on something. What the hell I just get filled on? Sorry, my notification just went off. Oh, looks like my scalp on NVIDIA. I was like, what the hell did I get filled on? But all right, cool. I'm out about half size here on NVIDIA at the 350s. We got these at 306. We're out at 350. Let's keep going lower on that. It's interesting. I hate when I do this, but I'm like short one stock, long another, but it's a different type of trade. So maybe we will be A-okay.
I know how that is. I had the same trade put on right now. It's difficult when you're on both sides.
It is not fun. I can tell you that, my friend.
I normally just start paying attention to the unrealized, and I'm like, okay, so where is there trouble? If it's deep into the green, we can like kind of just keep our eyes a little bit off of it. But all right, starting to get a little flush. Let's see if Apple can really just take it down here. Don't want it back through that 174. Willing to get back into it, but not going to also pressure myself. Just looking for the flush. SPY down there towards 452s there. We'll see if that can continue to leak. That's something definitely to keep on watch.
I'm going to take a shot here on CCJ. Went ahead and grabbed some contracts for the $30 calls on CCJ. Got filled at 53 cents. As you can see, it's testing VWAP area. Want that to hold, obviously. And now your contracts on NVIDIA, you are up about 22%, give or take. So make sure you start scaling out, please. CCJ, though, is where I'm at.
Little bounce here in Apple.
And there's THCA coming back down. Come on, man.
SPY coming back, I'm pretty sure. Yep. boop, boop.
The slap is a sell indicator. Who slapped? You slapping somebody? Patrick Star? Ah, come on. There's THCA coming back down. Tell you
Slap.
what, I'm gonna grab some shares on the. Oh shit! Oh damn! There goes CCJ coming down. That's not good.
GDC pulling back there towards 780s there. Definitely a little trappy there once it got towards that 8. What's going on out there, guys? Looks like you guys are trading. I saw some AMD mentions, some Mullen, some C-Dev. Just got an alert for a water play, but it's a lower float type of name there. CWCO. They've been really pushing lately water plays, so you want to take a look at that. CGC coming down there to 770s now. Definitely a little trappy there.
I saw Jeff D's calling out a Charo ad, 438. Me too, Jeff. I got an ad at 450. The report was good. So, and one of the questions from the B. Riley analysts that had, there's a good answer, good exchange between them.
Snap up big to, well, not big, well, 2%. Not looking too bad there today. Don't know why, but it is holding up there today. All right, going to look to see if the SPY can break the lows here. That would be looking good here for my Apple short. Still holding here right around the 70s to 80s. My level for risk right now is 174. I don't even want to get it to the VWAP back. Just want to see if it can just flush down here because of the extension that it's had on the daily.
You got Clovis back at VWAP here,
Yep.
210.
I got filled.
Say again, Zunaid?
My apologies. I interrupted you. I just said I got filled. Go ahead. My bad.
Yep. I added 1,000 shares there as well. So my average right now is 212. I'm going to have a stop about 206.
Boom.
Hopefully we pop this higher here.
There you go, guys. There's that break at the SPY low there. Let's look for that to continue down here. Apple's starting to break down, looking good there for me. There you go. Let's get it. Flush down there. Be careful in the Qs there now.
I added some more shares on Thinkorswim.
Qs look horrible, man.
Yeah, they do.
That looks really bad. What's hit that hard?
I'm going to go ahead and sell another quarter size on the NVIDIA contracts. You're up 50%. We got in at 306. We're getting out some more here at 436. Or
should know. Should have known Q's going down. Zunaid shorting the NVIDIA.
Hey, man.
What you got? Puts, weekly puts?
Yeah, we got the weekly puts. We got the 270 puts expiring today. We went ahead and paid 306. Now they're going for about 435. So we're going to start scaling out. You can see NVIDIA right there on my right. And you can see I'm in THCA right here. And I'm also in CLVS along with Ryan. Now you've got this CCJ coming down. So that might be a little L for me there.
Hey, we'll see what happens there. But like always, guys, we're keeping at it here. Do me the favor, guys. Hit that like button. It's the money time.
Yeah, not gonna lie, this THCA is my biggest position on the option side. So we're gonna need this to work out. If it can get to the 1180s, man, I'm gonna start scaling out because I definitely went in a little too heavy. Got a little too heavy.
Right. Seeing that nice drop there in Apple here. Let's see if we can see that continued action there. 173 showing up now. Nice little trade there from right at the 174-ish level. I got an exact here for you. Yeah, we're at 173. 86. So that's not too bad at all there. Let's see that continued flush down through the 173s. Gonna look to see if the SPY can continue dropping here.
Stop loss on CCJ was below VWAP. It's already crossed below. I'll tell you what, if it breaks 29.81, I should call it 29.79. I'm gonna get out of CCJ. How about that, pal?
Sorry, I'm not as active today, guys. Still managing this Clovis trade. Not working the way I had hoped.
Hey, no worries.
Still in it, but it ain't moving around.
One thing is we always don't have to be as active as we need to be. We just got to go ahead and trade. That's what it's about.
And Eric, yeah, GFAI, nice little high at daybreak there at 166. I'm not in that, not watching it, tied up with a trade currently right now.
All right, guys, going to take half of it off here for Apple, just seeing a kind of a little bit of a slowdown there. So I want to make sure that we take some profit here. Just took it some off there at 173.15s. Going to look to continue, set a stop here for the rest, and just let this work here. That's what matters sometimes. Just letting it work can get you a nice bigger return. We'll see what happens there. Set my stop right at 174 just in case it comes back for that level. We could add there, but I'm just going to kind of be risk adverse here today and try to make some good gains. All right, let's go ahead. Let's take a look at some other trades out there. I'm going to start looking for technology names going into the red. A lot of that to me is going to be in the software names, so we'll see what happens there. If I can find any trades that are going into the red there. Sana's one that I like right now that just cracked. Let's see what we got here.
Clovis back to VWAP. Take VWAP out. Back at VWAP. That is just a refresh seller here. Man, is this not moving? These are frustrating, folks. These are frustrating trades.
Yeah, my stop loss is going to be about 198, so below $2. Matter of fact, I'm going to try to buy some at $2.
All right, so I'm looking for shorts. I go and I look at Roblox Unity down big already. So what I'm going to start doing is start looking at SARK for a long here. I'm looking at Kathy, and I can't get short on Kathy because I'd have to borrow there.
I went ahead and grabbed a few more calls on CCJ. This time I got filled at 39 cents. This size is YOLO, though, so smaller size, but I did go ahead and add. My average on CCJ is 49 cents. We've got about 20 contracts, so we told you guys we're going to donate today, baby.
Donations? Anybody?
Donations. Let's see what's going on with GME, speaking of. And there's NVIDIA. I'm going to sell some here just because I got too many positions. I'm going to sell. I got about one contract left after the sell. Last sell here at 465. And the last contract I'm going to have at break even. So if it breaks $3, I'm going to get out of NVIDIA. But with CCJ's $30 calls expiring today on CCJ, my first fill was at, I believe, 59 cents. I got to go back, and then I added some at 43, and then I just added some at 38 because I like this wick. I like this possible close above VWAP on the 10-minute.
All right, guys, watching LAC here to see if we can get a double or triple bottom here on the 3-minute. Looking at the 15-minute, it just bounced off at 37.56. That's LAC.
You frustrated CLVS or what?
No, I mean, yeah, same level of frustration. It's not terrible. I'm just trying. I want to work out. I don't just want to watch the same stock all day. And here's the issue, Zunaid.
Talk to me.
If I place a stop here, it's probably going to get flushed and hunted. If I look away, I'll look back and it'll be down. It'll be down 50 cents, and I'll be like,
yeah,
"What?"
I hear you, man. What's the profit level on CCJ for the ads that I had? The test of approximately $30.35 will be the sell area, but I'm essentially looking for $30.80 or so. Again, keep in mind these are very volatile, and this is what I am doing. I
Yeah,
suggest you
GFAI.
highly go ahead and take a look at your own game plan and your risk tolerance. Please do not base your trades off of mine. That could be on my last dollar just trying to make it. You know what I mean? Like, just don't do that. But THCA doing the same thing that CLVS is doing for you, just hanging out around the same little spot.
Yep.
But there's CLVS, though, trying to make a move above. You can see I've got an order out to buy some more shares at 202 if I can, but right now it's at 212. Trying to make a move, though.
And the thing with CLVS, I mean, take a look at yesterday. Take a look at yesterday, and it moves up in a hurry and it moves down in a hurry. And it's just like, if it gets any type of volume trend here, I'll be able to decide whether I have to close it for a loss or the trade ends up working. If it gets more volume, I'll have a resolution. That's all I'm waiting for. Obviously, I hope it goes higher, but I mean,
right. Let us know. Let us know if you're going to take our money or not. Stop it.
All right, guys, about to take the profit in Apple here. Going to give it another second to break here, but it could come right back to that 173 level.
Nice trade, man. Nice short there off of the VWAP.
Yeah, not going to push it here because I'm seeing the SPY bounce a little bit. So I'm really watching close to see if it bounces here. It just keeps coming down. Because the VWAP, it could come right back to VWAP and then just fade right back down, right? And so I don't want to be a part of that whole move back up.
If you added on CCJ with me, you're up about 10 cents. So, do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. But I would start scaling here because you don't know what can happen.
Keeping a close eye, guys. It is 10 a.m. and definitely want to let you guys know that. So sometimes we do see reversals around here. The SPY's been weak all morning. Be careful if you do see a big push on up. But like always, just make your own investment decisions there. But keep your eyes on it around this time. We'll see what happens.
Hey, nice trade. Way to follow Mitch's game plan and way to have your own execution. Way to go.
There you go. Fried chicken. Get that chicken.
I look at the 10-minute, Daniel.
All right, it's trying to break 172.50s. If it breaks 172.50s, we'll just keep waiting. So I'm looking at the momentum. I'm really close on different time frames. I'm watching it on the 3, a 15, and a 1. On the 1 is mainly just to see a continued down action. And on the 15, it's how far extended are we getting from the VWAP.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and sell half the size that I added at 38. I'll tell you what my fill is here in a second. Got filled at 48. So about a 9-cent gain on the ad.
Taking that
on half
profit.
my size.
Taking that profit there. Had an order out. Hold on.
By the way, Jeff D's, if you're out there, your 438 ad, primo right now, 474 on Charo as it climbs back up. I really think what happened there was just retail investors that don't understand or have a shorter timeline, or that's the nice way of saying it, maybe doesn't have as much patience as required, probably flipping out of those shares there. But again, great report. So we shall see.
Oh, is my I just saw the slide. Is my volume still changing, Ryan?
Yeah, man. It's like occasionally, like as soon as you start to talk, it gets super loud and blows me back. There's something going on there. There's something going on with that, with mic settings or something like that.
Yeah, we can try to fix that. Chad, if you're having the same issue, let me know.
Right there. Right when you said Chad, it was like you were yelling at all of us, like we did something bad and you were scolding us.
Interesting. Here, let me stay quiet, and then I'll come back and you let me know if it happens.
I don't want you to stay quiet.
Mic check 1, 2. Did it happen again?
No, that was perfect.
Interesting. Life is interesting. All right. Let us know, Chad, if you're having the same issues. And
yeah, that's the other thing. Maybe it's just me.
All right. Looks like we got to end
all
it.
The time, FYI.
Yeah. Let's take a look at Slack. Looks like we got to wrap it up. Because we got some shows to hit.
10 a.m. Let's go to it, guys. We're going to bring you guys on over now to All Access. Hope you guys enjoyed our live trading stream. We'll be back here around 10:30-ish. we should be coming on back. We'll be on Benzinga Live. I'll be doing some live trading. I'll see if Zunaid and Ryan can still join into 11:30. But of course, they got some other things to do. But I'll be there. Like always, we nailed an Apple trade. You guys saw Zunaid take some trades. Ryan's still watching, baby. He's going to get after it. You guys know it. Hit the like button. Up next, you guys go into all access. So let's keep this party going here. I'll be right back, guys. I'm just making sure that we have that all access connected here. Don't want to make sure that we leave you guys hanging in the weeds here. So just give me 2 seconds. I'll make sure that that's connected. Ooh, I hear some action going on in the background there.
Yeah, just getting some fills in, but I'll catch you guys later. See ya.
Oh, you see, I saved ourselves right there. All right, let me get that going here. There you go. That's why you check things, guys. All right, check twice. Now let's go ahead. Bring you guys on over. All access.